Hey guys, Jake here, the beekeeper, and in today's video, we are going over the flowers that bloomed last month in April 2020. We had 13 different sources of pollen and nectar. Two of those were trees last month. Thank you so much, JP, the bee man in Delaware, DE, I think that's Delaware. Thank you so much for uh, telling me to get that app. I got that app. I got a Leaf Snap, and it worked amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what we'll be doing today. I hope you guys enjoy. It's just a compilation of all the different flowers and trees. And if you want to check out my Patreon link for pictures and that stuff, it's down in the description. And anything else, just check the description. And let's get to the video. So, we are in the beginning of April now, and the second rush of dandelions are starting to pop up everywhere. If you don't believe me that this is April, I'll show you the rest of the dandelions. Check that out. That's all the previous month's dandelions, and this is the second wave. These are enjoying it. Nebby's trying to hide. It's camera shy, but oh wow, did you see that? It had a face full of pollen. Yep, second wave of dandelions. So, I also saw some ads for dandelion killer. I was actually surprised. People really don't like dandelions, but remember, it and Storks-bill were the first things to bloom at the beginning of this year. And the Storks-bill is still blooming in April, and the dandelion is still blooming in April. So it's giving the bees a constant flow of pollen, and I'm glad to see that. Because it's so heavy. So I did find bees working the henbit finally. So that is a dream come true, because I did not think that they worked henbit, but now I get to see for myself that they do, and that's great to see. So, this is the same bush I filmed 2 days ago. It was on Sunday I filmed it, and now it's Tuesday night, and 0 flowers, but all of those, wow, so they all turned to those little stems now, little storks bills. That's pretty cool. that was fast too, because all of this was flowers that day I filmed it 2 days ago. And now all the flowers are gone, but like 2 or 3. I found one down in there. Okay, my battery is dying, so that's it. This here is just an apple tree, late blooming apple tree that went into bloom late. And look at all the pollinators on it. I found 4 different bugs getting nectar from it. So that's pretty cool. So we just had an amazing rain. And from that rain, flowers just popped up out of nowhere. We got these big flowers that when you stick your finger in them, no, I was supposed to get a lot of pollen on it, but I didn't. Then we also have these flowers that the bees love. Let me show you. And the bees are all over this. These flowers have a strong pheromone scent, but at the very tips, it's got a little bit of pollen on them, just like that Storks-bill flower. Bees are all over them. Today's a cloudy but cooler day. Bees are swooping around, as you can hear. And you can see it's lush with these purple flowers that came up only after the rain. So the rain does magic right now with these flowers popping up. Bees are pulling pollen and nectar from them. And that's what I'd like to see. I'll take a few pictures, post on my Patreon as always. So again, this is after the little bit of rain I had. I decided to take a little walk and got another type of flower popping up. Now you can see it. It's a pretty nice looking flower. And they're everywhere, little purple flowers. There's these here coming out. They have little purple flowers coming off. They're both amazing. Bees are everywhere, even though it's cool today. They're everywhere, pollinating these. And I just noticed, even these weeds. Can you see that weed? There's a bee on the weed. The weeds have, my camera will probably, oh, there it goes, partially. Nope, it's not gonna focus. Oh, there it goes. The bees are crawling up these little flowers and pollinating them. There it goes. That's pretty cool. So there's a lot of things putting off flowers. This is April, middle of April. Putting off pollen for the bees to come get. And that's amazing, just from that one little bit of rain. We're a little ways through April, and we just had a lot of rain, so flowers start popping as soon as the rain starts. And new type of flower, and bees are already on them. Pretty cool. I did get that Plants app, and I'm going to test it out See if it works on some of these flowers. Alright. Okay, so like I told you earlier, the Storks-bill stuff has been blooming since January. That's 4 months of red pollen coming in. Now we also have these yellow flowers that popped up during the rain. It's a different leaf pattern, so it's a different type of flower. And now we have these coming up all over the place. I'll take a picture to figure out what they are on that app. But these are coming up everywhere. The bees are on them, and they look pretty cool. They look very intricate in some whatever that word is. Okay, so we're almost at the end of April. If I could get a date on my phone. Yeah, 23rd. And the Hercules has started to open up. And I can't remember if there's actual flowers. There might not be. But like I said, the bees love this stuff. And not only the bees, everything likes this stuff. I mean, there's 2 bees there, right? Yeah, one up there, one here. There's a weird creature there. Now, this isn't the biggest tree we have around here, but it is definitely humming with bees. Not as much as the Bradford pear, if you remember the humming that came off of those trees. But it's definitely buzzing with bees all over it. And just like I said, the bees love this stuff. Can't really see where the nectar's coming from or anything like that, but they're all over this tree. And there's other types of bugs enjoying the tree, flies and stuff, but definitely a lot of bees on here. They love it. It's gonna bring in nectar. We'll see what type of swarms it brings, but I hope it's a lot. I hope it's some big ones, because now that there's a flow, the queen should kick out a swarm. Okay guys, thanks for watching. That is a weird looking flower. It's not really a flower, it's just like they just like kind of pop open and a bunch of little fuzzy things come out. If you can see that, yeah. And that's what the bees are sucking the nectar out of. Okay. This is the 2nd day of this stuff blooming. And bees are everywhere on it. It's a little windy today. But yeah. The bees love this stuff. And I guess it's not really flowers, but just things that have nectar in them, if I could get it still. And the bees love it. They're going to each little thing and pollinating it, or sucking the nectar out of it. Because there's no pollen on these bees' legs. It's pretty cool. We'll see if we get our biggest swarms from it. This is the 3rd day of the Hercules blooming. And I guess I was a little wrong when I said that it didn't put off any pollen. It just didn't put off any pollen that I could remember. But now that it's the third day and the little tentacle looking things are all pushed out, and you could hear all the bees in here, I started to look around, and maybe it is putting off a type of pollen. Check that bee out. It's got pollen dust all over it. And at the end of these little things do have little specks of cream on them. Oh, check out this bee up here. Oh, I guess it's too late. But yeah, so it is putting off a pollen and a nectar, because that's what they're all sucking the nectar out, and as they're there, the pollen gets all over them. So I just wanted to update you guys on that. The Hercules puts off pollen and nectar. That's pretty cool. Can you hear all the action? Let me know in the comments, but there's bees all in this stuff. And you probably won't see very much because now I'm in the sunny part of this tree. There's another different type of pollinator. If you have this stuff blooming in your area, let me know down in the comments where you are and what it is. I'd like to know what all is blooming in your areas. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my Patreon for some pictures. Man, I guess I just really didn't know that there was so many trees that would bloom in April. I guess I just didn't know that. This tree here, I don't remember it putting off flowers last year. But it has these little flowers. And I swear I saw like 3 bees on here at least. Oh yeah, there's one. See? Check it out. Right down there. Bee checking out the flowers. Now, this is the same time that the Hercules is in bloom. There's hundreds of bees on the Hercules. But as I walked by this tree, I heard bees on it and I was like, that's not Hercules. It's a different type of tree that has white flowers, and the bees are checking it out as well. So that's pretty cool that I found this tree. So we have this vine that grows around here, and when it grows, it takes over everything. I mean, it just goes as long as it can. It has somewhere to climb. If it can reach it, it'll grow up it. And I just noticed that I heard these bees on it, and yeah, it has these strange looking things on it, and the bees are pollinating it as well. This stuff has little balls everywhere. And yeah, this is the one with the thorns. It does have thorns. We call it a briar. I don't know what the proper name is, but it has those clusters. I don't remember seeing anything on the clusters though, from what I can remember. But I'll look at the cluster. I'll wait for it to come out, but these are on them. Where's that bee? There it is. And they're sucking whatever is coming out of there, whether it's nectar or something sweet. And as long as they like it, I like it. That's pretty cool. So I'll wait to see what those things turn into. So these are those same briars. I'm back early in the morning. Oh, I guess I already missed all the bees, but check that out. That's what the bees are sucking the nectar out of. Strange. I never thought these things had nectar coming out of them. And they seem to be all over it. That wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. If you stuck through to the end, let me know in the comments. And the bees are thirsty. They're getting their water right now. They're overheating actually. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check out the links below. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.